Everyone knows that bears love honey, and Mr. Bear was no exception. One quiet morning, Bear woke up with a hungry tummy. He slowly walked over to his little kitchen cupboard and opened the door. But oh no, the honey was gone. No honey, he whispered, looking disappointed. So Mr. Bear decided to go into the forest to find some. The weather was warm, the wind was gentle, and the leaves whispered softly in the trees. As he walked, he caught a familiar scent in the air, sweet and golden. Honey, he said, with a little smile. Up in the branches, he saw a beehive. Swaying gently on a tree, without thinking twice, he reached out one big furry paw and stuck it right inside. A tiny bee buzzed out angrily. "Hey, Bear, go away, this is not your honey," the little bee scolded. But Mr. Bear didn't care. He frowned. "I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you, I do what I want, now buzz off," and he shoved his paw back in. The bee stung him, right on the nose. "Ow, my nose!" Mr. Bear howled, clutching his snout. He stomped his feet. "That does it! I'm so mad!" Looking around, he spotted a big stick. "That bee is going to regret it now," he grumbled. He grabbed the stick and started swinging it in the air, trying to hit the tiny bee. But it was much too fast. The bee zipped and darted, then disappeared into the hive. "Aha! Hiding now, are you? You're trapped!" With a growl, Mr. Bear raised the stick and began smashing the hive. Bang! 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 He hit it again and again until the hive was in pieces. On the ground. He stood there panting, thinking he had won. But then he heard a sound, a deep, growing hum. Out of the broken hive came thousands of bees, buzzing furiously, flying straight toward him like a storm of wings and stingers. Zing! Right on the ear. Zing, zing! On his elbow and toes. Zing, zing, zing! On his arms, his legs, and especially his poor, swollen nose. Mr. Bear screamed and ran. Through the trees, through the bushes, stumbling over roots and rocks all the way home. He burst through the front door and slammed it shut behind him. Bam! Panting, swollen, and covered in bee stings, he sank down onto the floor. Just then, a familiar voice came from behind. "You lost your temper again, didn't you?" It was Mrs. Bear. She walked over quietly, holding a jar of bee sting medicine. "There's honey in the cupboard," she said gently, "right behind the bag of flour." Mr. Bear blinked. He hadn't even looked properly. He had stormed off in anger, when what he wanted had been right there, all along. He looked down, ashamed. "I'm sorry," he mumbled. Mrs. Bear gave him a little smile and dabbed the ointment on his nose. Then she handed him a spoonful of honey, smooth, golden, and sweet. And from that day on, Mr. Bear tried to stay calm. Whenever he felt anger bubbling up inside, he stopped. He took a deep, gentle breath, and he remembered what happened when he let his temper take over. A new lesson of the story. Getting angry never makes things better. Sometimes what you're looking for is already there, if you stop, breathe, and take the time to see it. Now the forest is quiet again. The leaves sway gently in the breeze. The moonlight spills softly through the windows. Mrs. Bear is sleeping. Mr. Bear is curled up beside her. And you can close your eyes now, too. Take a deep breath, let your thoughts grow still, and drift into the sweetest, gentlest sleep. Good night.